All right. Welcome back to More FLA Homes. If you're new to the channel, my name's Christian Clay. Alongside me is one of our real estate rock stars on the squad, Epoxy Josh. How are you, man?
What's going on, man? How's it going?
It is going well. We're doing a community breakdown for everybody out there. We're going to cover this community. We're going to talk about location, what's coming to the area, what's here, price points, home tours, all of that good stuff. Jay Willie, take them home.
Yeah, man. So we're out in Point Sienna today. This community right here really has me excited. This area needed something like this. It's been overlooked in the past. So we're going to have a massive community. It's almost set up like a 55 plus. However, you don't have to be 55 plus to live in this community. So even if you're a family that just likes retirement, wants to see what it feels like, likes vacationing, wants to live in it 24/7, this community right here is going to be perfect for you.
Man, I like that you said that. That's actually spot on, right? So I get a little jealous with 55 plus communities because I feel like they get the best stuff. Like they don't get what we get. I hate to say we, right? But like they get all of the pickleball courts, the swim up pools, the grand entrances. Like look at this entrance right here for Poinciana, which we're gonna talk about the area here soon. But this is a grand entrance for Poinciana. You have palm trees. It's gated. It's guarded. We're gonna get in all into all the fees and stuff. But let me just show everybody where we're at. Try to keep this fast here. So here's Orlando, here's Lakeland, here's Interstate I-4, and we're in the Poinciana area, which has always been to me kind of no man's land. It's a place that people can kind of wave the flag and say, hey, I've gotten a little closer to Disney, but the downside to Poinciana is the traffic. It's always dreaded. So let me just show everybody where we're located in proximity. So about 35 minutes to 55 to Disney, about 35 to 55 to Universal. Interesting, equidistant. And that was actually Epic Universal or Epic Universe, so about the same distance, which is a brand new theme park, by the way. Epic Universe. Please forgive me, people. And to Universal Studios, about 40 minutes to an hour, and then the international airports, 40 minutes to an hour and five, depending on time of day. But the thing about Poinciana, and you and me spoke about that, you get a lot of traffic to not really have much in there, right? There used to be some affordable homes here, but
Correct.
there was never anything but traffic. A lot of that has changed recently. What's some of the new stuff that's came about in Poinciana?
Yeah, so one of the biggest things is they just recently put in that Cypress Parkway, which is State Road 538, which is going to take you to Davenport. There's also talks that that's going to be connecting to the 429 here soon, which is going to give you that access to I-4 and all the way into Orlando, like the airport, make those travel times a lot quicker. But also, what's on the screen right now? They just put in this brand new Point Santa Parks Plaza, great shopping center. You've got a bunch of little stores in here. You've got your gym. There's more things coming in the future with all that dirt that's getting turned over on the side. You got your urgent care there. You got a steakhouse coming. Well, actually, it's already built. Little fast food places, but they've really brought up this Point Siena area in the last couple of years.
And this is right outside of your community. Not to mention, there's a Publix right up the road. There is a hospital right up the road. So, like, here's a look at the hospital right here. So, all of the things that really knocked Poinciana is being taken care of here. And then you mix that in with this beautiful looking community. We're going to talk about the builders. There's actually two builders in here right now. You have Lennar and you have Taylor Morrison. So you have a level one product that is really geared towards getting people in at affordable price points, and a level three product which allows people to go to the design studio, select your finish, custom your home a little more. It's not fully custom, but that's what we call a level three product there. So we're going to talk about those two here. But before we do, what's going on inside of the community as far as fees and amenities?
Yeah, so with Lennar, which is going to be more of your level one, all the homes are going to be two twos. The fees are going to range from 560 up to 580. That's going to include your membership to this community for all the amenities they have. That's also going to take care of your landscaping, your irrigation, and it's going to get you your internet. And also on the villa, that's going to take care of your exterior paint and your roofing. So you're not going to have to worry about none of that, which retirement is what that screams.
You said
Now with
internet
Taylor
and cable
Morrison,
or just internet?
just internet. Now with Taylor Morrison, that's going to be geared more towards the single family, the bigger homes. The fees with that are going to range from 590 up to 620. That's also going to include landscaping, and irrigation and take care of your internet. Those homes are going to be 3 up to 4 beds. You're going to have 2 and 3 baths, and it's going to range from about 1,900 square feet all the way up to 3,000, which is a pretty big home.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a pretty big home. Um, what about the amenity center? Is there an amenity center here, or is it coming? How is it shaping up?
So it is coming. It hasn't broke grounds yet. It's supposed to be coming by about next summer, is what I'm being told. But that place is going to be epic. They're going to have big, huge resort style swimming pool with a bar. It's called the Bahama Bar. They're also going to have bocce ball, tennis courts, and pickleball, which has become very, very popular around here. And then as far as the clubhouse, you're going to have spa treatments where you can go get massages and facials. You're going to have the weight room. You're going to have a lobby to eat. I mean, the place is going to be epic.
Yeah, no, that sounds like it's going to be a true resort style community. What you would want with that type of entrance, I feel like the amenity center is going to match the entrance. Now, from me to you, we were talking about them already discussing community events inside of the community, right? Like glow in the dark pickleball night and, egg hunts, and I don't even know, I'm making things up, but you gave me a big list of things, and I'm like, damn, they're getting ahead of themselves. They don't even have the amenities here. But what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so this is a brand new community. Literally just had the grand opening about a week ago. But yes, they are already speaking about all the events they're going to be holding, which you hit it on the head with that glow in the ball pickleball. They're also going to be having wine tastings. They've got a chef that they bring in that works in the community that travels the world. He's going to be coming and doing culinary classes and teaching you how to cook all different dishes from around the world, which is really, really cool. And then, like I was telling you earlier, man, I could just see myself living out here doing the little pickleball tournaments while the wife's doing the wine tastings. Maybe meet up later at the pool, hang out by the pool, get some drinks at the bar. I mean, this place has it all.
That sounds like a house with no arguing in the house at all, right? You're doing pickleball, she's doing wine, and then you guys meet up at the pool for some drinks. No, true resort style living here. If you're somebody that is into community events and gatherings, I think this could be for you for sure. So, anything else about the community before we hop into a home tour here?
Nah, man, let's get it.
Let's get it. Let's see what I have for you. Okay, so we're going to look at a Taylor Morrison product first, okay? Keep in mind, people, level 3. So you're going to see finishes in this home that you're not going to see in the next tour. This is going to give you the option to go to a design studio and select some finishes. I'm pretty sure Josh is going to tell us about some other opportunities that they might have. But talk to us about this model right here. What's the specs of this home?
Yeah, so this is their biggest floor plan. This is called the Palazzo. You're going to have a 3,000 square foot home. This can be either a 3 bed or a 4 bed. It's going to be 3 baths. And the kicker with this one, the base price is only 490.
Wow. Okay, well, let's not wow yet. Let's get through the home, and then afterwards we'll circle back and yeah, but maybe that was a wow, or maybe it wasn't a wow. First things first, I'm noticing single story home. It's their largest floor plan, which I'm assuming is the biggest one in the community. It sounds like Lennar is keeping it
Correct.
pretty small. I love larger single story homes. I don't know if you love larger single story homes out there, but I do. So take a look, as we're talking through this, at the layout, take a look at the finishes. You can always ask questions. By the way, best way to reach us, team@morefla.com. You can send us an email or a text message above here. Now, what are we seeing? Now, you've done a lot of business with Taylor Morrison. You just recently closed one. Was that last week that you closed one with Taylor Morrison?
Yeah, just closed one last week with Taylor Morrison and Lennar, actually. So
Very
both
nice.
of these builders in the same week.
Very nice. So you can give people a good description, or let everybody know what the process is really like. So what is it like with Taylor Morrison?
So Taylor Morrison was a lot more easygoing. The construction manager and the builder, just in general, was a lot more apt to want to fix things, want to make our buyer happy. Whereas Taylor Morrison was more of that, that's how we do it, take it or leave it, which obviously we're not just going to take it, but you really had to push them to get things done, really had to go after some things, point some stuff out, and, you know, really be adamant about what they need to do. Just a little bit easier process with Taylor Morrison. from
Yeah,
my
and you said
experience.
Taylor Morrison twice, but I'm pretty sure we've mentioned these builders' names a gazillion times. Everybody knew, right? So Taylor Morrison, Lennar was the one that was more like, this is how we operate.
Lennar,
By the way,
correct.
the more homes they build, the more it's like that. Now, Lennar doesn't always have that mindset. Like every now and then you'll, run into a rep or a CM that is very passionate about their job and they want to do things, but they're America's number 2 builder by volume. They build a lot of homes and they spec them out, right? So they build them and they move. They build them and they move. So one little circumstance that you might have with your situation is not going to stop them from rolling forward. That's where we jump into play here. Whereas, Josh is saying Taylor Morrison was a little more detailed oriented. That's not a shot at Lennar at all, but they're putting out a product where they have to account for the types of finishes that you're adding into your home or the lot that you got mixed with the structural options, etc. Now, I will say this, never perfect. Like we've had our issues with Taylor Morrison. We've had our issues with every single builder. But let's talk about the style of buying that you can get with Taylor Morrison. Like what do they spec everything out? Like how does it work?
Yeah, so in this community here, you've got two options. You can buy the spec home that they've already predetermined everything that's going to go in there with your finishes, the style of home, the lot. You also have the option for a to be built in this community where you can move some dirt around. You can build the home that you want, the way that you want it. They have two different ways to do that. You can go to the design studio and do it exactly how you want it, all your different finishes, or they have packages that they offer, which keeps it more of that what you're going to get. You can keep it in that price range you're looking for. So it could be a $500,000 home. This package makes it 550. Where sometimes you can go to that design studio, you get a little crazy, start picking things. Next thing you know, that thing's up around 600.
Yeah, the design studio gets you. Love it for picking out little small, minute things, but you can really get carried away. You were talking about like the wife tasting wine, and you like that's the perfect day to say, babe, go try some wine, okay? Like we're gonna go to the design
I
studio. We're
got
gonna
this.
don't get crazy, yeah, don't get crazy at the design studio. So, what about incentives and how we operate for people? Because a lot of people will watch our videos and think that okay, cool, thanks for the information, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the builder. But between what they're already offering incentive wise, how do we operate for our people?
Yeah, so as of right now, Taylor Morrison's offering 10K towards closing costs. They're offering to buy that first year's HOA, which is 425 a month, and then below market interest rates. However, the way we're going to work for you is first, we're going to have our consultation. We're going to find out exactly what you're looking for, your exact situation, find out what's important to you. Now, once we have that info, that's kind of when how we know what to go after, what to hit. But by the time it's all said and done, we're going to turn over all that stones. We just know what's priority number one after we talk to you with your situation.
Every situation is different. Every situation is
Everyone,
different. Now, I would say this, and builder pays our fees, right? So, like, all of this at no cost to you. I would say Taylor Morrison is one of those builders. We've done so much business, and I'm not tooting our own horn here with these builders that they are putting us in a different bracket when it comes to paying our fees. So, like, and a lot of times, what we like to do is just put them again. Lennar's the same way. Lennar is one of those builders that will pay us more to, help our people out here. So what we would like to do is we don't work for any builder. I would go visit both of them. I would even go because Taylor Morrison is selling in communities just outside of these gates. They have other communities out here. I would take our clients to all of them, and then I would tell everyone the best deal we're able to get out of all of these builders and make them work against each other so we can get you the best deal. Then we got to get into
correct.
inspections, and then we got to get into your circumstances. There is so much that goes into the process. So reach out to us, team at morefla.com, or simply send us that text. Look at this shower here. Now, you were telling us this is base price starting at what, 480 something?
The base price starts here at 490.
Very nice. Okay. Um, you can add a pool in here. How much does it cost roughly for somebody to get a pool added by Taylor Morrison?
So in this community, to add the pool and get the pool cage, you're looking at 90K. If you want to get the pool, the hot tub, and the pool cage, you're looking at around 120.
Cool. I'm excited to go out back. Does this model have the pool?
This model has the pool and I believe the hot tub, but the whole outside uh, patio that this one has, I mean,
It's
it's insane.
it's the one.
It
It's the one.
screams watching football on the weekends to me, just hanging out by the pool and never leaving.
I would love to know where everybody's watching from. I guess a good something to really ask is like when you come down to Florida, for everybody out there that's watching, do you expect to become a fan of Florida teams, or do you bring your fandom that you're coming, I don't know if you're coming from New York, maybe you're a Jets fan or a Giants fan. I don't know how that works in the Northeast, but like, do you come down with the mindset of like, okay, cool, I'm going to like the Bucks now. I'm going to like the Magic. Let me know, because some of you may be screaming at your TV, throwing out, throwing stuff at the screen like, what's wrong with him? What does he think? But believe it or not, people do come down here and they become fans of these local teams. They just do. Check
Yeah,
this
you're in
out.
the perfect place for it too. I mean, in this area or just anywhere in Central Florida in general, you have so much access to go to any of these pro sporting events. You're close to the Magic Stadium, the Buck Stadium, the Lightning, which I became a fan of recently.
Yeah.
You've also, with this place, you're extremely close to UCF, so you can go catch some college football on Saturdays.
Very nice. Yeah, you're exactly right. USF and UCF, man. I like both of them. I'm more bullish on USF. There's a story. I played college football. I've take visits to schools, and for me, I've always liked USF. Let's just leave it at that. But I'm becoming more of a fan of UCF. I feel like they're just growing quicker, right? Like they're getting into
What
like,
about the Seminoles, man?
huh? No, the cinnamon
What
rolls?
about
No, sir. Not the cinnamon rolls. Not the Florida State cinnamon rolls. I'm a Miami Hurricanes fan. But yeah, when you come down to Florida, you will definitely realize that there is like the three bigs. You got Florida State, Miami, and Florida Gators. My wife's a UF graduate. So, like, even in the same household, we can bump shoulders. Even on the same team, we can bump shoulders. Like, there's days I don't like him just because, we played
Mine's a
teams.
Gator too, man. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's just how it works down here. All right, so that was the Taylor Morrison product. That was the level 3 is what we're telling you. Per Josh, he said that they do have some move-in readies, some quick move-in readies. That's where we really get the best deals for our clients. They do offer some packages, so if you're somebody that wants a particular lot and wants to select one of like the 4 or 5 packages that they have, you could do that, or you can go to the design studio and go crazy if you really want to. Now, the Lennar home, level 1 for a reason. They're giving you the best prices. They're making the process very simplified because they're not putting in crazy high finishes. But you did mention something about the Lennar product in this community. Go ahead and talk to them.
Yeah, so with this Lennar product, they're a level 1 builder. However, they've kind of stepped their game up a little bit in this community. You're going to see the stone exterior. You're going to see the bigger cabinets, the 42-inch cabinets. You're going to see the tray ceilings. The biggest thing that caught my eye in this community, though, is they screen in their lanais.
I tell you what, we've negotiated a lot for some people. But the screened in lanais, I feel like the builders just fight against that. We've negotiated stuff
Big
so
time.
hard before that builders made us sign an NDA before, right? Like we've gotten stuff from builders where they've never given before, and they're like, you have to sign this NDA because we cannot give this out to everybody here. But the screened in lanai, and this might be a head scratcher for a lot of people, it's the toughest thing to get the builders to do for some reason. I don't know
It
what it
is.
is, but when they do it, it's like, okay, cool, because you're living in Florida. Let's be honest, right? There's going to be times where you want to enjoy the outdoors, but mosquitoes are real, right? There's that little wave when the sun goes down of about 15 minutes where they come out and then they leave. Like, you're going to want to have a screened in lanai. So, yeah, good job, Lennar. I like that. I really do. What's the price point? So this is the villa. What are we looking at price points wise?
Yeah, so you have a villa here. This is going to be a 2-bedroom, 2-bath with a flex. This is going to be 1562 on your square footage. And the biggest catch on this one, they have a quick move in for 311 out here.
Very nice. Hey, listen, wow, that's huge. I will say this. Lennar has been the builder that we've gotten the best price fluctuations from, right? Like, they're a national builder for a reason. Once again, their job is to build and continue to build. They will flex their prices if they need to hit quota. And so, that's something that we do go into that, not just the price points, like how we operate our system. Obviously, price point is in there, but there's a lot on the back end that we fight for our people. But they're one of those builders that are like, okay, this we have to sell this home. So you were saying the price point was for 18?
311.
311, yeah, even better. So very nice, man. I like that. I do like that. Now they do have their signature kind of darker quartz countertops, a little bit of a thinner, darker quartz countertops. But I am noticing, like you said, the crown molding on top of the 42-inch cabinet. So there's small little details where they're just like, okay, cool. We're gonna give you a good, affordable product, but we're gonna bump it up a little bit.
Yeah, Lennar's kind of based theirs more towards that retirement lifestyle out here, maybe the empty nester with the two bedroom, two baths, especially with the villas, because they're going to be covering your exterior paints. They're going to be taking care of your roofs, your landscaping, irrigation. So it's pretty much hands off. You just get to live here and just enjoy life. You don't have
Yeah.
to worry about all them chores that we all hate to do.
Listen, man, this right here gives us hope because I've always thought in order to live like this, we have to be 55 plus, right? So now,
Look,
now
they even
we
have the
can.
soft close cabinets.
They even have soft close, and the Lennar typically wouldn't do that inside of their level one homes here. But now we don't have to be 55 plus to live like this, Jay Willie. We can just straight up like go. Matter of fact, we can have a villa and live next door to each other and share the same wall, right?
Yeah, we can just get a six-seater golf cart and we can just take the whole family out and we don't
That's
even have to drive around.
that is the community that I'm expecting this to become, like that type of golf cart community. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but based on what they're telling us about the amenities and the events, I think this is going to be a golf cart community. I should look back real quick. Let me look back and see if they're what the that's what I'm looking at right here. I'm looking at these sidewalks. This sidewalk looks pretty wide. Let's see here. That doesn't look like a golf cart sidewalk. I feel like, let's see if we spot anything, people. Yeah, I'm not seeing any like golf
I think in this
carties,
community, they're just meant to drive on the roads.
which you can, by the way, inside of your community, you can drive your golf cart on the road here. Sometimes you'll see those resort style communities, they'll just put those big wide sidewalks, but this one's gated and guarded, so you're not expecting outside traffic. So yeah, I think you'll be fine. But that's my vision for this community. What do you think? Same thing? Am I on point?
Yeah, I mean, this community here is going to be a very sociable community. I think everybody in this community is going to know everybody. You're going to be doing things together. They've also got the concierge programs out here, concierge, that they're going to have the pet sitting and all that kind of stuff. So if you're looking to go on
Pet
vacation,
sitting?
you want to watch. Yeah, they're going to be
Bro,
taking
pet
care of the
sitting?
pets. Yes,
They
man,
might have
it's a
solved the
thing.
problem for me, right? I,
Thing.
I had to tell Corey too. I thought I had a hair right here. I had to tell Corey like, because he pressed me one day. He's like, "Man, why don't you like dogs?" And he's a dog guy. He's like pressing me, and I'm like, "Man, look, I just don't like the responsibility of like, damn, I have to go home or I have to travel. Like, I got to take my dog with me. Like, I like dogs, but dude, pet sitting, I like that. I wonder how
Yeah,
much
with
that's
their
gonna cost."
concierge program, they're going to have the pet sitting. They're going to have the local excursions. They're going to be taking you on. So it's just going to be a very family oriented type community. Everybody's going to know everybody, is what I think, and you're just going to have all kinds of friends to go do things with inside the community.
Real quick before we hop off, touch a little bit on like let's just say somebody comes in and they spec their home out, right? Like the builders selected it regardless if you go with Lennar or Taylor Morrison, but we go under contract with the home. Like all fun, everything's nice. What's the very next step when we go under contract with a builder for us?
Yeah, so the getting deals part, the negotiating is kind of what everybody sees, but the real work starts after we go under contract. That's when we start doing all the inspections. We're always going to tell our people to get the third party. It's going to be their best bet for
Yeah,
someone to come in that does not work for this builder and inspect the whole home.
yeah,
But using that report that's going to come back, or even if they don't get that report, that's when we go in and pick the home apart, make sure everything's the way it's supposed to be. You know, fight with the construction manager if we need to, which with Lennar we've had to. Some other ones we've had to as well, but
yep,
just speaking on Lennar because we're here right now.
yep,
But that's when the real work is going to start, when we start having to go in this home, look for the the human errors that are going to be there.
yeah,
Anytime you're dealing with people, you're going to have some things that are wrong, new
yes,
construction or not.
yeah.
But that's when the real work is going to start.
We want to make sure when we come over for pizza sometime when you're established and you're relaxing and hanging out, that we're proud of the product that you got, because we could take it to the Taylor Morrison and the Lennar, but like Josh said, there's going to be some human errors in there. There may be some things like we've had it where a third party inspection has come in and they've scoped the sewer lines and there has been nuts and bolts in the sewer lines. Like these are the things we want to make sure, like, you smile, you have a good time, you enjoy it, but we want to do this work on the back end for you to make sure you have a good product here.
Correct.
So make sure you reach out to us, team@morefla.com. And the golden rule, what's the golden rule, Jay Willie?
Call us first.
Before you talk to the builder people, make sure you reach out to us first. Call your representation. Could be your Aunt Susan. Would love for it to be us. You got anything else before we hop off?
Let us deal with the stress. Let us keep you as stress free as possible.
Hey, listen, that could be like a tagline for us. I like that. Let us deal with the stress. You worry less. I like that right here. Look
There
at
you
this.
go.
Look at this. Dress for less. Ross, man, we're on it right now. All right, listen, if you made it this far, do me a favor. I love you. I love you a lot. Hit the like button for us. If you're not subscribed, what the heck are you doing? Catch you guys on the next one.
Later.